Okay, so in this video, we're going to start with how to create an input, a responsive input using components also. So we are going to use, let's use a small font size. Let's use enter, and let's use semi-bold and size 16. The color this time around is going to be black. So, okay, I think something's wrong. So we have our text, and okay, I'm going to bring inside the frame. Okay, so this is what we are going to be using. So I'm going to have this as placeholder, and it's going to be light, and we need our label. We need our label. Let's make it size 12, and this one should be semi-bold. Let's make this one -2%. Same as this -2%. Okay, good. So I'm going to convert this placeholder to auto layout. I'm going to add stroke to it, and I'm going to add corner radius of 6 to it. So I'm going to take one of the icon out here. So I'll need two icons this time around. I'll need two icons and bring them here. Okay, so these icons are already in component, and we'll be using it later on in the video. So I bring this one out. I can adjust the size of this one so that it can be used for my mobile design. And okay, we have it as this. So let me bring this one to the left alignment. I can change the height to 50 so that we can have more room to work with. So I need this text here, and I need this icon to come to this area here. So what I'm going to do is to click on my text here and tell it to fill container. So by doing that, it's going to push the icon to the other end. Then alignment, left alignment. Good. Now I have this one as this. So I'm going to combine these two together as auto layout also. Shift A, auto layouts. Let's adjust the gap between them to this. So with this, we've created an input, which is having a label and also a placeholder, and we have two icons there. So we'll be changing this icon in the course of the video. So let's convert to components, and let's call this one input form master. So I've renamed it because name is very essential when it comes to components. Naming of your items, of your parents, and the instances are very important. So I'm going to bring this on here. You can change the color from a pure black to something that is not pure black like that. Okay, so this is good. So I'm going to add some properties of components to it so that I'll be able to use them in the course of my work. So I'm going to come here, click on properties. Let's add text property. So let's call it label text, and this one let's call it label. Create the property. I need another text property for the placeholder. So let's call it placeholder text, and let's call it placeholder. Create that. So I'm going to connect those texts together to their properties. So double click on the text, come to this content area and connect it to their respective property. And the same thing goes for placeholder. Connect it. Good. So let's check what we've done in our design. So I'll take an instance out, and in our property layers there you can see that I can alter the name easily. I can alter the name, the text rather. I can alter the text easily, which is good. Now I'm going to come back here and add more properties to it. So I'm adding properties like properties of, let me go with boolean. Boolean, let's say show label, put it on true. What else? Let's say these icons I want to be showing and ID them as the case might be. Let me add one more. So let's say show left icon, create property, or under boolean, say show right icon, create the property. So we have them with this error message, so we need to connect them so that those error message can disappear. So click on label, come to appearance, and connect it to the property you've created, label. So for this left icon, I'll come to appearance, left icon, this right icon, appearance, right icon. So let's test it out. So we have it as this. So if I come to this property panel, I can try to toggle the label off. I can toggle the icon off. Also, I can toggle this one off. I can say, okay, I don't want both icons. I just want it this way, which is good. So it's responsive based on any style I want it to be. So it can function in different design and different ways. So I need this icon to be able to switch. So that means I'm creating a instance swap property for my icons to be switched. So let's call this one icon set. Pick the instance from where you have it. So I'm going to pick it from here. So where is it? Okay, we have this one, create. So let's call this one for the left hand side. Let's call it left icon, create the property, then create another one for the right one also. So right icon, pick where you save it, and I'm going to save now. Okay, create property. So double click to select your icon. So this is for the left. Come to this property and connect it to the left icon. Come to the right and connect to the right icon. Good. So let's test it out. So if I come here, I can switch these icons to whatever thing I'm working with. So let's say email. Okay, I don't think I have some icons yet. Or I can update it later on, but I can easily switch those icons. As simple as that. Now I need another property, which is a variance property. So I'll click on this. I'll call the name state. So for input, you're having 5 states actually. We have the default state, we have the focus state, we have the error state. That's when you have an error and you want to have an error indication. We have the success, and finally we have the disabled. We have the disabled states. So those are the 5 states that our input form is going to have. So we have the default, focus, error, success, and disabled. So we need to change some things there so that it can look a bit different. So for this error rather, we're going to change the stroke to red. For this success, let's change the stroke to green. And for the disabled, we can make it appear fainted like this so that it can tell the user that okay, you can't actually type on it. So we have it as that. So for the focus, we can add a little bit of something to show that okay, the users are typing. So I'm going to create a cursor. So let's say create a rectangle of this one. Let me use a blue color, and I'm going to add it to the frame selection. I'm going to drag it inside of this one there. So drag it inside. Okay, we have it that way, but this one is far away. So let me alter that. I'm going to combine this text with this icon in an auto layout. I'm going to change the gap to 0, then tell it back to fill the container. So that's way it's going to appear that way. So now let's check what we've done. So we come here. If I change this one to focus, it's going to have that cursor like filling. So error is going to have a red line around it. Success is going to have green, and disabled, everything is going to appear gray out. So I can disable the text, disable the icon, and I can also use it to create multiple. Let's say I want to create for password now. I can say password. Let's say I need my icons to show. I can quickly switch this one to this. So that way, that is how to create a master input using component.